Hey, you guys, it's me and Pootie. He woke up, he was taking a nap with Chuck, and he woke up and was crying to get on my lap, obviously. So that's where he is. And I guess that's where you're going to stay, right, Pootie? Anyway, I wanted to do this video, you guys, somewhat of a continuation video. And I am doing this video because I got several messages, and more people than you think can relate to the situation that I was talking about on my previous video. Let me start off by talking about my marriage, and as far as um, what I will and will not do in my marriage. You have to also keep in mind that I've been previously married. Okay, I've been married before and divorced. So I know how marriage works. I know the mistakes that people can make in marriages. I know the mistakes I've made in my marriage previously. Um, I know what and what to not do to make me happy. Now, what makes somebody else happy, that's a whole nother situation. That's for them to evaluate. But when I get on YouTube, I'm talking about my life and what makes me happy. Um, People that do differently, okay, that's what you choose to do. And that's what your life contains. But as for me and mine, this is what I discuss. So there is, in my eyes, no right or no wrong. The reason why is because we're talking about and we're getting on the level of talking about happiness, true happiness, not a general statement of a generalization of what makes everybody happy or people happy or women happy or men happy. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about what makes Kiana happy. And by talking about what makes Kiana happy, therefore it can't be a wrong or right way because we're talking about happiness. There is only one right way or one correct way if you're dealing with what makes you happy. So, I want to discuss and make clear on friendships, having male friends, or bringing up memories of someone, or still respecting your exes for whatever reasons. I think that that's healthy. Okay? Now, I am the type of woman that I will not take away from someone's worth or their value or give them less respect just because I'm with a new man. Okay? It's just that's just the type of woman I am. I've actually seen women, and I was that woman before, that if I got with a new man, I would talk badly whenever we mentioned the ex because that made that the person I'm with happy. And after being out of those relationships and obviously it not working whether I lied or not, I feel as though I shouldn't have to devalue the man in the past to make you, the new man, feel valuable. The fact that I'm with you should make you feel valuable. The fact that I chose you and not no longer him should make you feel valuable. Now, to actually take away from a man that maybe was good to me in my past, but just I just don't want to be with them right now for whatever reason, I'm not going to do that. Because I've had men in my past that have broken their neck, worked 2 and 3 jobs to make sure that I had. Okay? And I'm not going to make the man that I'm with now try to make him feel so much better about himself, which he should feel about himself anyway, and not whenever we mention that person and make that person out to be that ex so horrible or so bad or lie and say they didn't provide. I'm not going to do that. Now, what I will do is I won't. I'll try to make sure I will not bring up that person too often if that's a touchy subject. I will do that. What I will do is I won't contact that person. I will do that if that's a touchy subject. What I will do is not overtly or on purpose compare you out and out, just compare you verbally all the time to that person. No, I will not do that. Okay? But will I still respect that person? Yes, I will. Will I still hold that person high? Yes, I will. Will I take away from the fact that he was a wonderful person or a wonderful man to me? I will continue to look at him as such. And if that's considered wrong, then so be it. I'm just being real right now. Um, Another thing is, a lot of people were, when we got on the subject of my tattoo and who Shawn is and all that kind of stuff, I just want to make clear, I've never said that I was leaving my husband over Shawn. Never did I say that. Okay? A lot of you people, um, have PM'd me and said that they've had somebody, that was in jail. When they got out, they got with them and all that kind of stuff. I will say to you, this. Chuck knows about Shawn, very much so. I've never lied to Chuck about anything. And in fact, I do videos in this house where he can hear me. So obviously, there has been a huge dialogue about this. So this is not something I have to mumble about, or this is not something that I have to whisper to you guys about. It's not that kind of party in my home. Um, Chuck loves me regardless of if I have a past or memories or whatever. He loves me despite that, because that is human. That is natural to have these things. And for people to think that that's abnormal, to think that somebody that was such a huge part of your life, you just make them basically obsolete. You never mention them. You never care for them as far as hoping that they have a good life. That's silly. I mean, that's kind of juvenile to me. That's like teenage relationships to me. Um, Maybe because I did not break up with him on bad terms. In fact, it's also maybe because Chuck knows that I was actually scheduled to marry Shawn, literally 30 days before I married Chuck. I was actually supposed to be married to Shawn. And the reality is, Chuck knows that obviously I must have chose him over Shawn. So, when people ask, well, what do you think Chuck is, how do you think Chuck feels about, you maybe bringing up Shawn sometimes? Does he like it? No, probably he doesn't. I mean, let's be honest. No. Okay? But at the same time, if somebody truly loves you and truly, truly um, love you for you, past, present, or whatever, certain things, I think that we as people, we focus on things that really don't really matter. We really do. I mean, we question, what do you want, Pody? We question so much about ourselves. Chucky, can you turn that pot out off? I got the wires around me and I can't get off this video. Um, we question ourselves because of what society puts on us as being acceptable or normal or respectful. I think I respect my husband by being honest with him. I think I respect my husband by making sure I don't contact Shawn. Now, does he try to contact me? Yes, he does. Of course he does. He said it 7 years ago, and he'll continue to always think this, because I know him, that he will never give up on me. Okay, I know this. Okay, so with that being said, um, I don't think that he. How can I put it? It's not a humongous deal in our family. It's really not. Okay, it's not a huge deal in our family. Um, will our life? Does he like to hear his name? Hell no, he don't. Will our life go on? Hell yeah, it will. Period. Will he continue to love me? Yes, he will. He's saying maybe in the background. Does he know my life comes with a past? Yes, as well as I know his come with a past. Um, do I try to tame my tongue about certain things? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Will I look at that person? I call him that person when Chuck's around. Will I look at Shawn as I hope the best for him? Yes, I will. Why? Because that man, when I needed, was there. That man, when I needed money from jail, he sent it. When I needed food and didn't want to go on food stamps, he sent it. Okay? So, will I always hope the best for him? Yes, and I wish one day he is able to actually live a normal life. Yes, I do. But will I leave my husband over the brother? No, I won't. Why? Because that man that's behind me, Chuck, was there also. And that man that behind me adopted Pootie when he didn't have to. And that man behind me stood at a hospital and said that he will be with me and help me raise our children, my children at the time, help me raise my children, and I'll never have to struggle the rest of my life. That's what that man said. So will I leave him? No, I will not. And I think I need to make that clear. Just because somebody brings up memories of someone, or just because somebody talks about something that maybe somebody asked about, a tattoo on my chest or something, just because I may get a letter one day, or just because I may one day maybe get a knock at the door, just because of all these things, don't mean that I'm going to leave my husband over it. Okay? If I left my husband, I'll be real with y'all. It'll be because I can't take his mouth no more. Or it'll be because he gets on my nerves because he's so moody. Or it'll be because I'm tired of the lifestyle that he has chosen to live at times. That's what I'll leave my husband over. But to leave him over just Shawn, that's not going to happen. Shawn don't have that much power over me, nor does any other man. And that goes for the man that I'm with too. Okay? So, whatever. So, on that note, you guys, I hope this has clarified some things. I look so forward to talking to you guys and hearing your comments on this subject. I'm pretty sure I will hear some comments. And I'm ready for them because really, I won't say that. Anyway, you guys be blessed.